it's genuinely a social problem that needs to be solved. Like that's the real thing that needs to be looked at is the social problem. And then once we kind of like worked through that, the technology can help implement something. But if you don't have the social problem solved, then you're just going to get the same behavior over again.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I come from an art and design background. And so, like, yeah, Anna saying artists just want to make art. They
Mhm.
really hate business or the marketing side of it because it does take so long. So if you're in a startup, like 50% of funds go to marketing, 50% of funds go to tech, including product and design, knowing that there's this cliff, like a 3-year payoff, right? Like where you're going to make that first like year of $1 million revenue and then more after that. But for artists, when does that cliff ever happen if someone steals your work or, like ruins your reputation? So going back to your idea of changing the community, how is that possible? Like, how is that that
Yeah,
human
yeah.
nature bendable?
Yeah. Well, like I said, first of all, it's just designing that system to align the the like natural behaviors that exist, like aligning those in a way that's constructive from both sides. Um, even in the classic art world of like galleries and so on, artists have a representative because artists shouldn't be the ones that are making the money deals. Like even in those situations, it doesn't feel good for the artist to talk about that. They want to be the cool person who's hanging out in a visionary and doesn't have to worry about those things. So having a representative is essential, even in old systems like that. Um, and maybe this would be a good time to go through some of the slides that kind of show how, after recognizing the social problem, we tackled um, the
Let's do it.
the technology of how this stuff works. So do a share here and little preview of the Huddlr product. So this is something that you can take a look at huddlr.io. And we already talked about kind of the disillusionment that exists today. We've gone through some of that toxic behavior that we've seen and things like that. And the solution, the alignment that I'm talking about is really creating a win-win marketplace. And whenever you're designing marketplaces, there needs to be, the buyers and the sellers. There needs to be both sides of the marketplace. So what Huddlr does is it aligns the talent, the creators, and the tastemakers, the fans. And the way this works is by combining the creator economy with the gig economy and really looking at that overlap, where those two things play really well with each other.